Howdy everyone, welcome to a strange live stream. So I want to make this live stream a bit different and I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Basically, I feel like I have to stick with PayPal when it comes to, receiving money. Anyone can pay with any format when it comes to my company, but I will have to receive the money through PayPal. This is not because I chose it, it's because, I chose it because it's the only option. Like, it's the only option. If there was a different option, I would have swapped in a heartbeat. But since it's the only option that connects to my country's bank, and it's the only one that's pretty much inclusive to my country, I might as well take it. I know it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a hectic problem, but I'm sure one day we'll figure it out. One day we'll figure it out. Anyways, I would like to talk about why we should keep moving forward. Now, I've been a bit depressed. I think depressed is a overstatement. I've been a bit sad recently, and you want to know why I've been sad? Well, because I've been looking at the way the world is going right now, and not just when it comes to the politics specifically, not the parliamentary side or any of that, but looking at the cultural aspects of it. When you have people out there who aren't even comedians trying to be funny, that's sad. When you have these so-called entertainers basically not even being entertaining, they just whining over and over, and that becomes a problem. And I've noticed how difficult it is when you look up there, how difficult it is to realize that many of these people aren't past in anything. They're not going to give you a way to walk your own path or whatever. They are not going to. Oh, what's going on? It's okay. Okay. Sometimes I have to worry about my internet connection, plus my battery too. Because if you look over here, it's like 35%, and I don't even get a notification when it's like 15%. My laptop does not tell me. I know, crazy, right? Moving on. The one thing I can actually say is that things are so depressing when you look at it, and the culture is shifting in such a strange way where you can't even accept anything. You have to shut the hell up and move like a cow to the slaughterhouse, basically. You just gotta keep moving. Just keep moving. Don't ask questions. When it comes to the forthcoming video games such as GTA 6, a lot of rumors state that the game is going to go woke, not because of the female character. I believe a female character could have been in GTA 5, and no one would have a problem with that. A female character is long overdue, in my opinion. I know there was a first female protagonist, but they could have continued having a female character, maybe in the following installments. But nonetheless, that's not the problem. A lot of people think people are complaining about that. No, people are complaining about the cultural aspects of it, because they're going to be not punching down in basically, in their words. They believe that anyone marginalized is basically your Rainbow Gestapo and all your other type of woke frenzy people. They believe the people working at GTA, for this game GTA 6, they believe that it's punching down, and we can't have that these days. So everything has to be different. It's kind of disappointing because you can't have fun anymore. The current culture, the so-called people they are afraid to mock are the same ones who are on the top. Look at it. Pride flags everywhere. Literally everywhere. They have an entire month. Not only that, but they tell everyone else to go to these parades or to wave the flag. The institutions are woke. For goodness sake. Like, most of these things are just full with these so-called marginalized people. They're not so marginalized, are they, anymore, huh? They literally run so many things. If you disagree with them, they can cut your bank. You can literally be arrested for making a joke, or misgendering someone. How crazy can it be? It's so crazy. And these people still believe in this fantasy that they are still the marginalized ones. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous, you know? And when I sit here and just think of it, it breaks my heart. It shatters my heart because, well, it's technically shattered already. It's technically like off, destroyed. But regardless, literally, I mean in a literal sense, because I have a couple of holes in it. But regardless, it really makes me feel so sad that the world is like this, and it's not good change. It's not good change for the better or to make people happy. No, the people in charge of most of the countries are as evil as ever. They don't want you to have fun. They don't want you to even think. If you think you're evil, if you say anything offensive, what they deem offensive, they don't like that. They do not like that one, but they'll cut off your tongue. They won't debate you. They won't do anything like that. They will actually just shout you and cut off your tongue. And it sounds like I'm full of sadness right now, and it is overwhelming to go through this. But what I must say is, I have to shut the fuck up and continue working on my stuff. I am not going to get anywhere if I keep focusing on them. I understand what's happening. I'm not saying you cannot focus on the world. I'm just saying I don't want to over-focus on it. I don't want to overly think on it. I know what they're doing. I know the path they're taking. Right, I'm going to take a different path. I'm going to work on my company. I'm going to do my things. And I'm not going to let these little bastards bully me or bully my company. For the past few years, I've had that fear, I'm sure some of you will remember I made videos on that. These people are really insane. They believe everyone should listen to them and them only. They're dictators, little dictators, basically. Dictators in the making. You can't have fun. You can't have fun anymore. Fun is as evil to them as basically, the mustache man, basically. That's what fun is. Everything needs to be completely focused on the real world, and if something is not talking about the real world, then apparently something is wrong. If you have a book that takes place in a fantasy world, has nothing to do with the real world, people will criticize you for not trying to be part of the real world. People want you to be part of the real world. They want the stuff shoved down everyone's throats, and they still believe they're the little guys. They still believe they are the little guys. They literally tell people when it comes to schools, you don't own your children. You don't own your children. The state owns your children. They say these things out loud, and they still pretend to be the little guys. It's so disgusting, really. And to wrap your head around it, it's insane. I recently saw a video, like just before I started this live stream, of these people defending the cultural issues, the cultural change for GTA 6, defending it and saying that, basically we gotta do it now. Well, the previous game was woke, which was not woke, by the way. I don't think they know the definition of woke. They don't know that whatsoever. And secondly, I have to say that the people shilling for this, it's absurd. They'll start just like all the other crap that comes up these days. They shill for it so much, and then when it comes out, it's crap, and they don't want to admit it. They keep quiet. Okay, think of it like this: you're inside a room, and there's an elephant in that room. The elephant takes a couple of dumps. Okay, let's just say the elephant represents wokeness, and the dumps it took represents all the bad acting, the bad quality writing, and stuff like that, and the plot points and whatever. Now, the people who will consume these products will not notice the elephant in the room, or maybe they will, but they'll be quiet about it as ever. They will only talk about the dump. They'll not talk about the elephant in the room, or what shat the dump out in the first place. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it basically is about. It's like they don't want to look at these things. Some of them do look at it and they ignore it, and they know they're wrong, but they keep peddling this bullshit. Well, in this case, elephant shit. But regardless, GTA is going to be culturally insensitive, as it is a rumor. And I do believe that rumor is true, because if you watch last year's Take-Two, E3 presentation. It was disturbing because they had a panel about diversity. You telling me that GTA 6 is going to be fun? You got to be crazy, okay? You got to be crazy. Speaking of, not just the cultural stuff, but I believe the game will be somewhat broken. Like, once again, games will always have some issues. I completely understand. But woke games specifically are always terrible for some reason. Something about them is always terrible. And I feel like this will get like a lot of sales regardless of what people say. Regardless of what people say. The outrage won't be as large as The Last of Us 2, because a lot of people keep sucking up to, oh, pretty graphics, they'll say. They said the same thing about Last of Us 2, but the only difference was that, Last of Us 2, it wasn't really as popular as GTA. So I'm just trying to say that when GTA comes out, it's still going to make millions. Same with Spider-Man, PS5 game. It's going to make millions. The company is woke as ever, and it's still going to make millions, no matter how much you boycott them. I'm not saying that your efforts are worthless. I'm saying that the normies are too much. Too much. The same types of people, that tell you not to breathe, are literally, literally, like over millions. If that makes sense. Moving on. I think it's disturbing to see how gaming is changing, and it's not for the better. People keep thinking, oh, it's inclusive. It's not inclusive. It's not inclusive. You are not doing it for inclusivity. You're doing it because you want to protect people. That's not inclusivity. Inclusivity will give everyone a chance to be mocked. Now, as I said, we need to keep moving forward. Look at what Ripper is doing. Young Ripper is killing it right now with the sales of the Ripperverse. He is doing amazingly well, and that's good for him. You know why? Because he saw what's going on in the industry, and he finally had enough. Put his foot down and said that's enough. Now, the thing with the Ripperverse and me is that, I wanted to make content way before I noticed the political stuff. Way before I got into politics. I always wanted to make cartoons and stuff like that. And in the recent years, I wanted to make comics and books and all these other types of stuff. I really opened myself up to that. I'm just saying. I really, really opened myself up to that. And, I just want to tell stories. I want to tell fun stories. I guess that's not allowed these days, but I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to continue pushing forward, make my content, and I'm not going to let people put me down. One great fear I've had, and I think the fear is basically fading away. The fear was that, you are being told what to do by the mob. I have to say that fear is evaporating. I don't care about them. And look, anyone is welcome to my content. Whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter. If you're interested in my content, that's totally fine. The problem I have is when certain types of people try to shove their politics and try and make my work into theirs. It's not nice. We've seen multiple pieces of work turn into political hot pieces. And I have to say that we can't keep letting this go forward. I understand all the crap that's going on, but as the crap goes on, these people are leaving a blind spot. They are giving us tons of space to fill in that gap. Because basically giving us so much of opportunity to fill in that space, that blank space. To elaborate even further, if everyone keeps doing one thing, they are leaving huge gaps, huge opportunities for other types of things. In this case, all companies keep going woke. Then there's huge space for non-woke companies. There's literally space for that. Daily Wire is filling it up somehow. Young Ripper is doing that. What's his name? Razor Fist is doing that as well. Also the Comicsgate community, they're doing that as well. We have multiple people filling in that gap, trying to really fill that in, and That's the most important part. We can't just have only one type. We can't just keep having the old guard forever. We need to also have the opposite as well, a new guard. Basically the the opposing platform. You know, just like how we have alt tech, we can also have different types of streaming services that are not as woke as these ones, like the big ones and stuff like that. We can also have our own. We don't need to be stuck with these people. We don't need to be doing that. It's not fair that people have to be forced into stuff like this. It's not fair at all. You know. So that's what I have to do is keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. I've been working heavily on my books, and let me just say, when I work on my books, I feel a sense of relief. I don't feel tired. I don't feel annoyed. I feel happy because I'm escaping to a world that is not mine. I'm escaping to a fantasy world that is not my real world. I can enjoy things over there that I can't really enjoy over here. You know, things are so sad in the real world, but in fantasy it can be whatever. And I really like it. Secondly, let's talk about the woke aspects, because my work is not woke. Okay, I want to make this crystal clear as the skies. Well, the skies today is not as crystal clear. Maybe in some other parts of the country it's clear, but over here it's pretty dim right now. So much for the week having nice, lovely skies. Um, my work is not woke by any means necessary. Okay, it is not woke whatsoever. I'm not saying this just because I want people to buy my stuff. I'm saying this because I'm being honest. My work is not woke. Okay, there was a point when I was a bit younger. I was actually making my work woke. I was trying to have political nonsense, and I was just so angry when I did that type of stuff. I was trying to make it political. I was so mad. I was just so mad when I was doing that. But then I just stopped doing that, and I realized, oh wow, things can be better. Things can be escapism. We need escapism. The war on escapism, I mentioned this in the past, there is a war on escapism. They don't want you to have fun. They don't want you to think whatsoever. They want you to freaking uh, only listen to them over and over and over. And when they see competition, like the Rippaverse, for instance, let's just use the Rippaverse for example, people get mad. People are already mad at the Rippaverse because it has so much money, but not only that, but it's successful. It's successful in sales. And it seems like it's a good alternative to what's going on right now. Now going back to my main point, my work is not woke. Just if it has a couple of gay characters or whatever, it doesn't mean it's woke. Okay? A lot of people have changed the definition for so long. It's like, no. Okay, you're not changing the definition of that too. You change the definition of recession and women. You're not going to change the definition of woke. Like back in the day, you used to have some interesting gay characters. Interesting characters, you know? And that was the best part about it because, you know, they weren't specifically all the time stereotypes. They were just fun characters who happened to be gay or stuff like that. Like now everything has to have some kind of stereotype, and they're written by the same people who complain about stereotypes. Okay, I kid you not. When Eric launched Rippaverse, people were mad. They were trying to think, how on earth is he going to make this a fun comic book without injecting politics? They actually believe that politics must be injected in everything to be fun. I'm just saying, a lot of people out there have no idea what fun is. They believe everything has to be about what they portray as fun, which is not very fun to the rest of us. It's disappointing. It's so disappointing that this day we can't really have so much of fun. But that's the best part is, there's somewhat of a balance, as they try and push the full force wokeness, they are leaving a gap for people like us to make content. Regular content that's not bitching and moaning all the time, That's not mocking people. It's not satirical. Well, it's not trying to be like these political shit shows. It's just fun entertainment, pure entertainment. Not everything needs to be a diss at someone. Not everything needs to be uh, against someone. Stories can be stories. Why is it so difficult for people to understand that? You know, no one likes fun anymore. No one likes anything anymore that's fun. You gotta just change everything. You know. I'm sorry about mentioning this in such an interesting Saturday. It's almost going to be afternoon, but I have to lay this out. We gotta keep moving forward. We can't just be keeping on this forever. We got to keep moving forward. We can't just keep, waiting for these companies to get better. They're not going to get better. They've chosen this path. They've literally chosen this path. They made enemies with fans. They don't want they don't want our money, so what's the point in fueling them up? I would rather keep that money and just work on my own company instead, you know? Simple as that. Simple as that. So okay. My throat is really hurting. When I rant so much. And as I said, keep moving forward. If you are a content creator, keep moving forward. I'll continue to make my work, my books and whatnot, and different types of stuff I've been working on. Yes, it'll take some time, but it'll come out, and when it does, it'll be amazing. Because I have something for people. I have something for people to enjoy. Obviously, I'm working in multiple types of genres, so I guess I'll have something for different types of people. My point is not to try and get everyone to like it, but my point is, I just like to work with different genres, and as doing so, I will accumulate multiple audiences. It's a win-win. It's a win for me because I can experience different writing, and it's a win for the fans because they can enjoy interesting content. Wow, my throat really hurts. So, what I'm saying right now is so inspiring. I'm just going to continue working on my content and keep pushing forward. That's all I have to do. Keep enjoying myself and keep making fun of my life. Well, not really. My life is sad as ever. But, I don't even go out, okay? I don't even go out. Most of the time I'm inside. I barely left my own house this year. Okay, I am housebound. Okay? I've been sitting on my chair for so long. Okay? I barely leave. I barely leave any place in my house. I barely even go outside. I think it's very unhealthy to not do that, but uh, I'm just saying, you know, I have plenty of time to work on my content, so there should not be a complaint whatsoever, unless I'm very sick. Then I feel like there should be a way to talk about, if any issue comes up, if I can't make anything. Okay, I guess I have to go. Anyways, that's it for now. Have a fun day. Bye.